I am very happy to say that the AT vlogs are back. Let's take us back in time. April 27th, 2022. Oh my God. I feel so tired today. I didn't sleep amazing last night, and I've just been doing nothing but climbing all morning. Dipper seems to be doing all right. Hour and 45 minutes in to the hike already, and haven't done quite 3 miles yet, so definitely not 20-minute miles today. Already stopped and took a couple breaks. Oh my God. It is a very nice day though. I will give it that. Alright, back to climbing. Dipper and I set off and begin the long hike up the first climb of the day. 15.5 miles planned, with an elevation gain of over 5,200 feet. With slight headache and feeling like I could stop to take a nap at any moment. Slow going for sure. We have a quick break at the top of Snowbird Peak and then press on.
So in fucking 6 days.
You were talking about how you were like running out of food.
Yeah.
I'm running out of 6 days of food, 4 days in smoking.
We really did. Yeah, we really did. That's why we got 3 and 4 instead of 6.
You know what's really interesting too is that like the way guys pee, it's like rifled on the inside. So it keeps the stream like more
like
together, like it doesn't spray everywhere.
Oh. Well, that's nice.
Yeah. This is gonna be the best content for your channel.
I know, right?
Ask me about my wiener.
No, that's okay. No, just kidding.
No, I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah, people would ask me beforehand, like, what are you looking forward to most on the trail? And I was like, honestly, I'm really looking forward to these southern mountains because I've never hiked down here.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Open, rounded mountaintops are so fun.
We stopped for a break at the shelter 7 miles in after completing the hike over Snowbird Peak, and I contemplate calling it an early day. It's only a little afternoon, but the nap continues to call to me. Dipper and Clementine convinced me to continue on, and I set myself up with a second coffee and breakfast essentials of the day in hopes the caffeine will help me get up the next big climb and the remaining 8 miles. Alright, I gotta keep going. Almost there. And Dipper and I make it to the top of Max Patch by 4:30 p.m.
And I'm hoping some of these signs might be like informational, like these mountains are like,
Right?
this is how matchpacks seem to be, but no, it's just all, fuck you, keep off the grass, don't be an idiot.
It's an incredible 360 view of the surrounding mountains and hills, and we enjoy a snack and break before pressing on the last 2 miles downhill to the shelter. At camp, I enjoy my mac and cheese dinner while conversing with the group of hikers at the table. Tropic Thunder, Wandering Wizard, Hot Sauce, 2 Bars, and her brother. We've all had a tough day, but are enjoying joking around and having a good evening before calling it a night. Okay, so as a way to motivate myself to get some audio recorded for this next week of video editing, I told myself I'd come out on this hike today, and then each time I came across a junction, which I'm at one right now, back there, that I would stop and record one of the day's worth of diary entries or journal entries so that I could get it done. We'll see how the audio sounds. Here we are at another junction. So time to record audio for Thursday, April 28th, 2022. Starting out a little bit later this morning, but you know what? We're giving ourselves a pass after yesterday. It was a pretty rough day. We were slow going, and we don't got no place we gotta be today, so except for further up trail. Now we've encountered. Yeah, we're just like, all right, there's that path or that path.
Hopefully in the middle.
Wow. I, for one, slept pretty darn good last night. Way better than the night before.
Stop bragging.
Dipper, on the other hand, maybe not so much.
Dipper's a grumpy goose.
He a grumpy boy. We're calling him Shitty Tuna now. No. But yes, we will see if we end up doing just 10 miles today or maybe 14, which will get us into a shelter. It's either campsite or shelter. And yeah, we'll just see how the day goes. It should hopefully be easier than yesterday. Set off from Roaring Fork Shelter around 9 a.m. and had an uneventful 14.7 mile day to Deer Park Shelter. A very easy 3 miles into Hot Springs tomorrow for a rest and to get all cleaned up. Business twice now. I don't do these very often, but they do contribute to making things look a little bit more interesting from time to time.
Yeah, I know I've seen a lot of hiker vlogs that do the same thing just because it's like...
Well, I just came up a pretty serious uphill section. Not like you'd be able to tell because you never can on cameras like this, but I've encountered another junction and I will be making my way up this hill. So now it is time to record for Friday, April 29th, 2022. I'll be a little bit more assertive with my date.
Open strong.
Date mentions, yes. Just finished the first climb of the day and hopefully the last climb of the day. We are going into town. Woo!
Hot Springs.
Good old Hot Springs, North Carolina. And the goal is diner breakfast.
Bubba Booyah.
Where Dipper may or may not get a 20-ounce burger for breakfast.
I just don't see the limitations of when and how I can eat things.
That's true. It's your world. You live it how you choose, you know? The 3 miles into Hot Springs started with an unexpected uphill section, and then down we went into town. The short days, but the anticipation of getting to town make it feel so much longer than it actually is. Oh my gosh, we're done with the trail for the day, more or less. Oh, I'm so close.
Technically, Main Street is the trail, so...
Well, yeah, that's true. We're done with, like, you know, dirt trail. Done with the dirt trail, back into civilization.
Ugh, now I have to talk to real people.
Yep. Now we also are just like, okay, I guess we go this way. Hey, look, there's the hostel. Got to the hostel, which was literally steps away from the trail, dropped off the backpack, and headed to the diner for breakfast. Dipper and I were joined at breakfast by Clementine, Nitro, Mangu, and later Wandering Wizard as well. I had eggs, bacon, hash browns, biscuits and gravy, the side of French toast, and copious amounts of coffee. It was the best. Great food and great conversation. All right.
Oh my god.
You probably just kicked over that GoPro.
Bam!
Oh, are you gonna walk right over? Yeah, just like walk right past it. Do we need to be like perfectly spaced apart, or should we look a little bit casual?
very uncomfortable right now.
Is this for Graham or what is it?
It's for your YouTube channel.
You have a YouTube channel? I do. Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be an end of year documentary coming out. The bars will see different people in the same clothes every other day.
Wandered into the heart of the tiny town of Hot Springs and checked out the resupply options at the Dollar General along with the outfitter. Settled in our things to the bunk room, then back to town for lunch with the same crew as breakfast minus Wizard.
Hi, kitty. Hi, baby. Oh, you little precious little kitty. Yeah. Hi. They got stairs going down? I wonder if they let you go down there.
Oh my gosh, like, hey, while I'm waiting for my things, I'll just dip my feet in right there.
Take my beer down there.
Tropic Thunder later announced a group was headed down to the brewery. Our little group of Clementine and Dipper headed down as well, and I enjoyed a Pilsner and a Kolsch along with a taco and some plantains. The group, which had grown to include a couple others, walked back in the dark, spirits high, and giggles aplenty. Sleep was poor in the bunk room, but overall it was a great day. I am at the next junction. We're over here, the Bravo station now. And I've dropped my pack and things to have a quick break. It's feeling kind of warm out, but we must record for the next day, which just so happens to be Saturday, April 30th, 2022. A zero in Hot Springs felt well deserved after all the abuse I'd been putting my body through the past week. 11 days and 110 miles had passed since my last zero, and almost a week with no laundry or proper shower. With the shower and laundry done yesterday, today would be spent relaxing and trying to rehab my sore, swollen ankles and knees. While I most definitely took the wrong trail to go to where I was planning on heading to this afternoon, so I decided I was going to stop at this fine lookout spot. You can see Bellingham back over there, and Comacultion. The sisters are kind of poking around over there too. But I figured while I was up here, I might as well record one more day's worth of audio for Sunday, May 1st, 2022. It's time for us to depart from Hot Springs and head towards Irwin, continue our meandering over the North Carolina-Tennessee border. Talking to my parents yesterday, and my dad wanted to know if I was in Tennessee, and I was like, not right now, but I probably will be later. Dipper's back from his adventures. I think, yeah, right? It's like, man, I parked this section of the 18 multiple times. We should have gotten your friend to like drop us off over at the brewery. Today's plans are yet to be set in stone. We might do 10, might do 15, might do 19. The goal is 19, 20-ish. We'll see how our legs are feeling.
And how intimidating this club is.
Yeah, because I feel like the clouds are starting to look a little bit angry. And we just take it nice and easy. Have a little midday break, or 2, or 5.
Yeah, we're going 20, 42.
And we'll see how it goes. Woke up around 6:30 a.m. and got my things together to head out. Stopped in the dining room at the lodge for some breakfast and chatted with a couple from Ontario who had just arrived in town, along with Papa Don, who's from Poulsbo, Washington. Not too many West Coasters out here, but it's fun when I bump into one. Met back up with Dipper, and we set off out of town and up the rocky cliff above the river. Hey, the pigeon. Was feeling really strong climbing out of Hot Springs this morning, and the views were great. Like that's where the school is, which is like pretty close to Laughing just kind of right over there, yeah. About 8 miles in, we encountered some rain. We did not intend to take the side trail up to Rich Mountain Lookout Tower, but decided to change our minds in hopes of getting out of the rain. It ended up being a great place for lunch and to let the storm clouds roll by. The view was amazing once the clouds and fog had dissipated. Doing all right down there, Dipper.
Don't film this, please.
Thanks for saving us, Tower. You were pretty dope. Until we had to come down. Continued on to the shelter 10 miles in and stopped for a quick snack and to decide if we would push for the shelter around 9 miles out or the gap camping about 4 miles out. The bugs there were relentless and we were feeling tired. Gap it is. Collected water and headed up the hill to a couple tent spots. Enjoyed some dinner and conversation, but we both agreed we'd been spoiled with the shelters while sitting on the ground eating our food and discussing where to hang our food bags. All right, I'm at a very quiet, unassuming little junction marker here. And I will be making my way down that way. And of course, we know what the trail markers mean now. Gotta stop and record some audio for Monday, May 2nd, 2022. We are headed to do our bigger mile day today. Should be like 18 and a half miles to shelter after next. And we're gonna have some.
There's a couple in between.
Is there? Oh, that's right. Because Jerry's cabin's there too. I forgot.
Jerry's cabin, yeah, there's like, I think we're going like the third shelter.
Third shelter over then. And we'll stop at this next shelter that's coming up. It's like 4.5 or 5 miles, and have a little bit of a snack and a break because we're gonna be doing some climbing this morning. Definitely feels a little bit less muggy than it did yesterday, but we'll see how the day progresses. The first half of the day I felt really strong, but around midday when the sun was beating down and the second to last climb was upon us, I was spent. Thankfully, it was mostly downhill after that and really nice easy trail. Just before hitting mile 300, we hit the top of Big Fire Scald Knob where 2 older ladies, cousins, were resting while out hiking, and they gave us a handful of snacks. We chatted with them for a bit, and the one lady, so far so good, who had hiked the AT back in 2019, commented that she could tell I was a thru hiker without seeing my bright pink AT tag because of all the KT tape I had on my legs. It looks silly, but I think it's helping.
I have to remind myself to go back and like label the photos I take.
Yeah, so you know like where I was.
This is just a view light, so it's like, oh shit, what mountain was that on like May 2nd or whatever.
We got to the top of Fire Scald
Knob.
And we're treated to this view.
And a weird mine thing. Probably.
Dang it, Dipper! It's past mile 300 today. Feeling pretty good. Today I feel a lot stronger than yesterday, surprisingly enough. I mean, maybe it's not that surprising. The ground was wet yesterday and it's pretty dry today. Warm. Not as humid though, which is nice. And yeah, I think we technically had a little bit more elevation gain, but over longer mileage. So it's been a nice chill day. The day ended with us arriving to the Flint Mountain Shelter a little after 6 p.m. and we were surprised to see one of our previous group, Tropic Thunder, at the shelter. We were otherwise mostly surrounded by new faces, a couple named Yard Sale and Splash, a couple of section hikers, Diver and Tinker, and a girl named Roundabout. And now here we are, legs high in the air, because I'll do whatever I can to keep this body going, while laying down journaling and listening to the sweet sounds of Tinker playing his guitar. Okay, so I am going to record the last day's worth of audio for this video here at this checkpoint. Trail junction marker, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, for the final day of this video, Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022. Here we go, up a link among the leaves so green.
It's pretty brown leaves.
I don't know, they look pretty green to me. Left the shelter a little earlier than normal, around 7:30, and had a really chill start to the day. I slowed us down a bit though by needing to stop and dig a cat hole to take my morning poo after about 3 miles. But after that, I charged forward uphill and was feeling super strong.
And she's climbing the stairway to heaven.
It smells so nice here.
Sure does.
We stopped at Hogback Ridge Shelter for lunch after nearly 9 miles before 12:30 p.m. and the group there, Yard Sale, Splash, Tropic Thunder, and Socrates, were all saying how rough the climb was. I kept it to myself until after Dipper and I left from there, but I was like, shh, that climb was nothing. Felt good to feel like I was finally getting my trail legs. Looks like I can hack it after all.
Good now, feel better.
Woo! Back there, I missed it, but there's,
Take ruined. I think you should leave that in and then just
leave it
cut
like
to the next one.
like the little trail magic down here too. Yeah! Oh, we just bumped into, so far so good, and her cousin, whose name is
Laura.
Lauren. Lori, who would you know, one of those names. And did you get to the guy's name? Redneck. Wait, he had a trail name, but he had never hiked before?
That's what he calls himself.
Okay, there you go. Well, they were underneath the bridge here
This is Trail Angel.
by the highway, and they slammed 2 slices of pepperoni pizza from Little Caesars. And I don't care that it was cold, it was amazing. It sucked down my first soda in like probably a decade.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You haven't had a soda this whole trip?
No.
That's like what I crave at those things.
No, I don't drink soda.
Pure sugar water, baby.
So yeah, I had a little can of Sprite, and then a little fun-sized Snickers bar, and dumped trash. Picked up a few more snacks for the road too, a banana, which I might eat later this evening.
Probably should eat that later.
Yeah, just to like get some potassium in the system.
Also, it'll go bad.
That also. But oh man, that really was quite a treat. We had been hearing about the trail magic for like all day. We bumped into a guy named Deuces, Darren Deuces, and he told us about the trail magic, and then Darren kept telling all the people behind us about the trail magic, so then they continued to tell us about the trail magic when we bumped into them at the shelter. And yeah, we weren't entirely sure it was going to be there by the time we got there, because it's starting to get later in the afternoon. Sure enough, there they were. Oh, Such a treat. So nice. All right. It's weird fence things we gotta deal with here, so let's figure that out and keep on hiking. Finished the day's last climb and got to the wild camp spot around 4:30 p.m. Another 15-ish miles planned for tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. I did it.
Ate the banana.
I ate the banana. I'm so proud of myself.
Now you can drop it on the trail like a Mario Kart bomb.
Bam! So that was probably my closest encounter with another person out here while recording audio at the little junction points. I've been pretty lucky so far today, actually, that there are a fair number of people that I bumped to out here, but never really at the junctions. But that guy, he got up to the top of the hill where the junction was, where I was standing. He was kind of looking around like, is she talking to somebody? It's kind of funny. All right, back to the car now. Oh, well, folks, we've come to the end of today's hike and the end of this week's AT video. If you are interested in watching chronologically, you'll want to click on the Dipper video, which I published a couple months ago. It'll be here or here, one of those spots. And hopefully I will have some new AT videos coming out shortly after this one. Hopefully it won't take me another month to make it. So for now, I bid you adieu. Till next time.